Test 1 2 3, test 1 2 3. Let's make sure everything looks good, and I think we are good to go. All right. Hey everyone, happy Friday. Hopefully you guys are all having a good day. It's definitely been something more of an eventful week here, and it should be another eventful weekend. For better or worse, we're going to be talking about that today. So let's just get started here, guys. It's an interesting one here. If you guys watched my video earlier in the day, you guys definitely know my thoughts, but in case some of you guys don't know my thoughts by now, even though Bitcoin went up today and we saw this move earlier, I'm still kind of saying, hey, caution, 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 because the last few times we popped like this, we've obviously been coming down here, and I think that's still actually occurring. And, well, in hindsight, I'm proven right now, but as I told you guys earlier, I was just telling you guys, be careful here, because we've been here before. The daily moving averages, the daily oscillators, the weekly oscillators, and that type of stuff, they're not all pointing in the same direction. So you're getting a lot more of that weekly pull, which is unfortunate right now. And but what I mean by that here is if you go over here to the weekly charts, you guys will see that everything is, of course, bearish. This can be the MACD, stochastic, RSI. Typically, when everything's going in the right direction, you see how Bitcoin goes. Everything's kind of iffy. You see how that goes. But once everything starts to go green, 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 you're usually pretty happy. Right now, as bad as as bad as it is, we're red, 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 red. Everything pointing towards more bearish action. What's staving off this move right now, I believe, is a few different things. First of all, it really comes down to CPI data has been holding up quite well here. PPI was a little hot, but not enough to cause concern, it appears, at this point. And on top of that, today specifically, we saw that Germany had finished selling their Bitcoin, and you saw people get a little bit more excited about that. What you guys are expecting over the next few days here is really, is Bitcoin going to be able to hold this for a little bit longer and then try to make a breakout sometime Saturday or Sunday? At this point, I don't normally bank on this stuff, but the way we have been going, typically, we do have these little run-ups before coming back down. I'm wondering if we're going to have something similar. I'm not expecting us to get above 64,000, 65, nothing like that. But perhaps we can try to make a run back up here towards $60,000 at least and then see what happens next. As we're looking at this right now, today, not yesterday, not the day before, today we saw the MACD turn green. It is not a confirmed green, so it could definitely end the day being red, but there's a case to be made for some of you guys that want to do a little bit more of a risky day trade or a risky swing trade here up to 30 hours. This may be an opportunity for some of you guys to start buying in at this point. Again, do you guys want to be doing this? It's a high risk play. It's definitely up to you guys. I'm not doing this. I'm basically just doing my dollar cost averaging and kind of sitting and waiting to see what happens next. However, you can see there's still a lot of push and pull going on. A gradual uptick today, pretty fast downward trend, and now all of a sudden we're reversing again. There seems to be a battle going on right now for what happens over the next few days. I would say bears are winning right now, but we've been surprised before, so that's why I'm opening the doors up to maybe some type of long type of trade. But it still seems to be kind of risky in my opinion. Before we go further, I forgot Loki's over here waiting to say hello. Loki, where's Loki at? Oh, there you go. There you go. Yes, you're a good boy. Yeah, he just got done playing outside. I touched his pot. He wasn't a fan of that. But yeah, so that's kind of the gist of what's going on today. I was looking at what's probably popping up here and what's doing good. Really, Ordi's doing good. MKR, Ron, LDO, XRP, they're doing okay. Nothing necessarily crazy except for Ordi, in my opinion. Maybe Maker is doing a little bit better here. But it's really just kind of an iffy day overall. And I think that's just because of what was happening this morning with us having this big move and now coming down pretty hard. Everything's a little bit out of whack. Not bad, though. It's not terrible at all. Next up, we got Bonk. Bonk is coming down quite a bit along with Safe. That's kind of surprising because Bitcoin right now is having a positive day. A lot of the tokens I see right here, like Brett, Floki, Pepe, they seem to be a little bit more on the meme coin side here. And again, like we talked about earlier today, it feels like those ones are the most overbought. So if Bitcoin really does go through this bearish cycle here where everybody is really concerned if it breaks down below 50,000, what happens next? That type of talk. Well, if you just zoom out on a lot of these different tokens here, WIF, where's the support? Where's the support for WIF? So those types of things I think are where if you guys are trying to place some hedges. Like, let's say I'm dollar cost averaging Bitcoin right now, but my Bitcoin continues to go down because of this bearish kind of market that we're in. Well, if I want to hedge against that, maybe I open up a 2x or 3x, most likely 2x short on WIF, where I have a stop loss somewhere around, 266 up here to $4. Now it's at 157. $4 seems kind of extreme, but you get the point here. It could possibly break down here, and we can go down even lower. Maybe we'll do that as kind of a fun thing for do I have an account right here? Maybe we'll do this later on. Yeah, we'll all do some type of hedge there just to kind of see what's going on, just for kind of fun. But that's one thing you guys could be looking at if you guys want to make a hedge that we're going to be going down a little bit more over the next few weeks. That type of talk. That could be one opportunity for you guys as well. I think I'm going to do it, but I think I'm going to do it on the Fairdisk account. But if you are going to hedge like that, because it is a short, you definitely want to have that stop loss there. You're not going to be doing it any other way. Now, as far as the news goes, Alec Baldwin Rust manslaughter case dismissed by judge. That's breaking news right there. But here, nearly 20 Democrats in Congress have called on Biden to quit race. Just a little bit of it. That continues to kind of build day by day. I think the day before yesterday was at 16. Yesterday went to 17. Today it's at 20. It seems to be getting worse. This may cause some chaos in the market overall. I'm not entirely sure how that may manifest. But that uncertainty could always affect the way the market's going, because if, let's say, Joe Biden were to drop out of the race, he would still be president, but the market would have to react to say, hey, what has Kamala Harris said about the market in the past? What has she said about cryptocurrency in the past? Everybody would have to do a little bit of a readjustment here that's not factored into the cards right now, and I'm interested to see what exactly may happen during that type of thing. Now, basically right now, there wasn't really too much news today besides Germany selling off the rest of their Bitcoin. I was looking through some stuff, but this is basically the one thing that I saw here. Let me do a little zoomy zoom for you guys. Just in, German government officially has no more Bitcoin left to sell. That is very good. 0.00. I mean, that is impressive right there to sell all of that Bitcoin here. That was pretty much it. We did hear this a little bit ago. I don't know if you guys want to listen to this. I think I can actually lower my headphones down just enough to listen to this with you guys. This is, I don't even know who this is actually. Oh, Cynthia Lummis, Wyoming senator. She's very pro crypto. And then, so she's talking about privacy, property rights, and dollar backed by Bitcoin. This is only 24 seconds, but it's worth listening to here.
No central bank digital currency. I'm so happy about that, because that's a means of surveillance of the American people. But we want to make sure people can have individual wallets for their Bitcoin, so they have that sovereign over their own money. We know we want the US dollar to remain strong. And actually having Bitcoin in reserve can help the US dollar remain strong. I
mean, that's not something you think you're going to hear from a typical senator these days, so it's nice to see more and more of these senators and congressmen and women starting to say, hey, pro-Bitcoin, let everybody have their own wallet, let them have that sovereignty. That's kind of what I want to hear. That's exactly what I want to hear, actually. Now, is that the majority view? No, but we're getting somewhere, and that can be negotiated upon in the future. So I'm pretty happy with how that's working out. And hey, Wilder, happy to see my man. Pixel Mite, happy to see you. Rick O. Oh my God, we only have 27 people watching on YouTube. I think YouTube did not promote my video today. That is okay. Maybe I've been posting too many videos lately. Need to close above 58K on this weekly, in my opinion. I'm hoping we can. I don't think it'll be too difficult, as long as there's there's going to be shenanigans going on today. I mean, you can even see the push and pull of that 15-minute chart we just talked about. There's definitely going to be some shenanigans there. And hey, Randy, happy to see my man AIs. Happy to see you. GRT's doing really well. What's it here? Thoughts on AVAX? AVAX is fine right now. It's going a little bit more sideways here. Generally still bearish like everything else, unfortunately. Hopefully that turns around here pretty soon. And hey, Allison, happy to see you. And Gaming, happy to see you as well. Happy little high fives. All right. So right now you can definitely see that push and pull that like we were just talking about. If you want to close by 58,000, it's not hard to get above it. The hard thing is to close above it. And what I'm thinking of right now is this. Let's just take a little bit of a peek, and let me go over here to my day trading layout. Usually this has 6, but for you guys I put 4 because It's too hard to show 6. And even when I have the full screen thing, it's too hard to show 6. I have to use it for my wide monitor over here. But for now, let's just focus on what we can see here. Auto. Okay, weekly. We know that the weekly charts are just very, very bearish now. They are not looking good. All right, overall, my opinion is Bitcoin is bearish just because of that. I wish it was better. Doesn't mean we can't pop up and do some fun stuff. To me, it just means that, wow, we're pretty bearish right now, okay? We could always adjust that viewpoint. This is where the daily comes in. At this point in time, the daily remains bearish as it has been since June 14th of just bearish activity coming along. Bearish, bearish, bearish. However, this is where I start to say, okay, here's an opportunity for some swing trades where you guys are going to be more bullish on those swing trades. You can see that although we have this bearish change of character right here, although everything is kind of pointing down, what do we have down here? We have the stochastic is bullish, we have the RSI is bullish, and we have the MACD being bearish. If we can just have one positive day tomorrow, or possibly we close above, let's say, $58,000, kind of going to what you were saying, I do think there's an opportunity for us to have a pretty large breakout back above $60,000. And that's where you see the real grit of Bitcoin take over, where you're going to see people try to pump this sucker up, or you're going to see it take a dramatic fall back down below $60,000 within a matter of 24 hours. It is going to be something of a high risk and volatile play, but there is an opportunity there at this point in time. If you're looking at it if you want to see this happen soon, you can see daily was still bearish, so you don't take that bullish play right there. But what you can see is we're kind of in a mixed area. The RSI is bearish, the stochastic is bearish, and the MACD is bearish as well. It's not really the greatest opportunity to buy. Perhaps if it were just to cool off for maybe a few more hours going into tomorrow, even later tonight, that's where you might have an opportunity to play this out. Because what I'm seeing right now is an opportunity for all of these things to turn bullish, right? Bullish there, bullish there, bullish there. If it happens later on tonight, what that would correspond with is a typical style breakout here. And then you have the breakout plus a change of character because it'd probably break out above this 58,476. And then with the momentum, it has the opportunity to go back up here at most to 64,000. Realistically, probably back here between 60,000 to 61,500. That's kind of the range I'm looking at, kind of like from here to there, just a little bit right there. I don't know if I'm expecting something necessarily crazy, but I do anticipate probably something of a spike. I don't know if that spike is going to be able to sustain itself, all right? So that's kind of the gist here. If we don't find a way to break down, we continue breaking down, then we're going to eventually have to bounce off of some of these support levels way back over here, and that's where you start to look a little bit more like, man, this is going to be bad. If we break down, then we're going down below like 55,000, 54,000. Your headaches start, you get a little woozy, you're like, oh no, here we go again. Or if you're more like me, like, damn, I get to buy some more cheap Bitcoin here for the long term. But again, it's a pain right now, guys. It's definitely more of a grind. But that's kind of how I feel at this point. I was looking at the 2-hour charts and stuff like that. We're in more mixed territory here. The 1-hour chart's more mixed territory. Bearish, bearish, bullish, bullish. It's split down the middle right now. So what I'm doing is just kind of watching to see if we can have that breakout. I'd be pretty excited to try to follow the momentum if we have the momentum, change of character, and breakout. On the 4-hour chart, I don't even care what happens to the daily chart right now because that turns the daily chart into a full bullish type of move. And there's your opportunity to scale out part and then just hold and see if that extends a little bit longer, or let your dollar cost averages make you some money here, depending on what you guys have been doing. Anything else? I don't think anything else has actually been going on today here. Anything else that seems important? Jalen Brunson, Alec Baldwin, Susan Collins. Oh, what did Susan Collins do? What'd she do? This is why I don't like X sometimes. I click on Susan Collins and I'm like, what is the new news about Susan Collins? It shows me a post from 2018. I can't do that. This is from 2020. What is the freaking post? What is the news? Then I have to go to latest and I have to stretch through all this stuff. Susan Collins to write Nikki Haley in for president, bucking Trump. Oh, okay. Susan Cameron. Okay, there you go. There you go. That makes sense. But see, I had to search for that a little bit more than I should have had to. It annoys the crap out of me. And hey, Steve, happy to see you, my man. It feels like last year sideways every day. Oh my gosh. Well, the crazy thing about 2023 is there was some volatility, but it was in short spurts every single time. Especially you go back over here very fast. right? Remember, nice big spurt from there to the end of the year. Nice big spurt from here. Nice big spurt from here. There was definitely a lot more consolidation going on than we're accustomed to. Now, there were some really good moves. Maybe we're going to have another really good move. This was the start of the year. Maybe we have another good one to end the year. We'll have to figure that out. And back over here during 2021 and so forth, we did end up finding the bottom over here in July, only to go up a little bit higher here as the end of the year approached. So maybe we will have a boost coming into Q4, Q3 of this year. It's going to be hard to kind of guesstimate this right now because of all the interest rate decisions, but I think I'm still optimistic for the end of the year. It's definitely just staying alive during these really boring times it's difficult, guys. You gotta stay optimistic, and not even stay optimistic. You just have to keep yourself busy because normally we have the opportunity to kind of do a lot of trading and stuff. Right now, I'm looking at like maybe shorting meme coins here to offset some of those dollar cost averaging losses that I'm taking. Whole bunch of different opportunities right now. So there are opportunities, but they're just not the ones we're accustomed to by just buy, watch it go up, and then sell. Now it's like, damn, let's short, watch it go down, and then cover your positions, and then buy back those same tokens that you shorted. It's a whole different type of thing. I started buying Pepe yesterday. I think drug habit might be cheaper than my crypto habit. The first person to tell me that. If it breaks down below 50K, then BlackRock ETF will buy crap loads and then wait for the price to go up and then sell for profit to ETF people. I mean, yeah, in part here. I mean, as far as the ETFs are concerned, we do have some news coming out here fairly soon. I do think BlackRock is on a good pace. They understand how to make money from this. The ETFs for Ethereum are going to be some good news here, I think, coming up fairly soon. I wonder if Ethereum can kind of lead Bitcoin up when normally Bitcoin does the leading here, but we'll have to wait and see. And hey, Max, happy to see you. I think I streamed too much today, or not streamed, I put too many videos out today, so YouTube didn't promote my stream. So I think people are finding it by opening up the homepage and then clicking on my face, which is all good to me, but I'm like, damn. It's always it takes longer for people to get in here, and I'm only streaming for an hour today because I have to go to a meeting later on. I'm gonna have a meeting over dinner. I'm eating some pho. I haven't had pho in like 2 years, but it'll be interesting. I really think we're breaking out. I hope we are. I mean, right now, I really do. I can see the opportunity, but the bulls are going to have to do something literally within the next 24 to 48 hours. They can't wait till next Monday. They have to do it this weekend. Otherwise, it's going to be a pretty abysmal time. That's not a definite rule right there, but what I see happening is there's one opportunity left for us to have this nice little reversal. We're trying to right now, but it's not really kicking in like you would expect. And, there's only so much buying pressure. There's so much longer it can last before it kind of just gives out. And then everybody's like, okay, I bought, then I got to sell so I don't lose too much money on my investment. You follow to see new tweets, I think? Yeah, but I don't know. Like, if there's something trending here on X, right? And I see Alec Baldwin, right? This should be a little bit faster because I think people are talking about it. Alec Baldwin motion to dismiss granted. Right? Fake crying by an actor. But, what do you call? You see how this is like 16 minutes ago, 27? This is how it's supposed to react. Susan Collins, 2018 tweet. How does that even make sense? This is the type of stuff I need to talk to Elon about. Be like, hey, Elon. At Elon Musk, do this, please, and have his team work on it because it annoys the crap out of me, like Vivek. 10 hours ago. This is probably not even the Vivek they're talking about, but maybe it is. I don't know. There's the Vivek Ramaswamy. Yeah, this is the one. See, I don't know. It's very weird. The algorithm is very off to me. And it doesn't vibe with my ADHD, which is something that you would think would work out, but no. But we'll see. I'm like, what's going through my thing? Parents beat their son for spending their entire life savings on a game. Damn. Yeah, I never did something like that. Subscribe to Premium. Have any of you guys tried Premium X? I haven't. What the heck just fell from the sky? Nothing? Oh. I don't know. Maybe Loki hair from my head or something like that. But yeah, I haven't tried the new premium version. All I have is the blue checkmark version right there. Like Germany looks to be done selling Bitcoin. They're all out. Definitely all out. We just talked about it a second ago. Let me go over here very fast. Oh, did I not have... There you go. Where's that? There we go. Bitcoin magazine just in. German government officially has no more Bitcoin to sell. Hallelujah, happy day. That's something that we've been waiting for a minute. I think the last time I checked, I told you guys this morning, I think it was only like 200 million left, and they sold it all. Now, that selling pressure is not there. I think if I keep scrolling down, you should see a chart of how fast they sold that Bitcoin off. Give me a second. Wait, I love this scene. German government after selling all their Bitcoin. No, there was a graph there. There you go. Last of their Bitcoin right here. But yeah, they sold it off pretty rapidly here, which was surprising. I thought they might kind of like do a little bit of a drip, but they really wanted to push that price down, and they meant it, which is very confusing to me because like they could have sold it to a private investor. They didn't have to sell it out there on the open market, or if they did want to sell it on the open market, they could have just had a gigantic limit order there and just kind of held it and made a wall for everybody to chew through. And that type of stuff is realistically like that could be kind of like absorbed by the market, but they tried to dump it all in a very short span of time, and of course that's going to make the price go down pretty hard, and we saw that happen over the last few days. There were multiple times where Bitcoin was trying to pump up these last few days, multiple times, but what happened? Ups a daisy, down we go. Sorry for the sound effects, but I like them. Came down hard. Now, same type of thing, still coming down hard, but not nearly as bad. Not nearly as bad as the ones before. I'm waiting to see if we can actually get above that move right now. Yeah, I'm hoping we can. I think we can this weekend here. Asia time zone will say it all. I mean, what? Most things right now, as I see it, I know we have a little bit of time. We have an hour and 21 minutes until the new trading day. Most stuff seems to be doing okay today, except for meme coins. Meme coins are getting hit hard. Bonk is down 13%. Pepe is down 3%, Floki's down 3%, and Milady coin's down 6%. Surprisingly, Dogecoin is actually doing just fine, and Shiba Inu is doing just fine. But some of these other tokens, they are not doing so hot. Excuse me. Pendle's up 5%. Jasmine's up 5%. Oh, that's a stock along with game. So Caspa's, that's pretty much neutral today. Ocean's down a teeny bit. MOG is down a little bit. MOG isn't even down that much compared to what you might think it is, compared to all the other meme tokens out there. The dollar index remains to be coming down, or is still coming down, excuse me. And just like we called it, a breakdown, and now it's hovering at the support level. Is it going to break down? It remains to be seen, but I do think this could be the start of a nice play where you see Bitcoin come all the way back down here towards 103. That could be it. That could be something that gets us a little bit more of a reversal. We haven't had a major breakdown like this for a while, but it's not something like this where it came in October where we're going to all-time highs doing crazy stuff. It's these smaller ones. And the last time this really got kicked off was in February. So go over here to Bitcoin in February. Let's go to the daily chart. You're going to see it's not as easy as it would appear. So this is Bitcoin in February. Actually, no, this one actually isn't too bad. This is February 14th. Bitcoin was already taken off at this point, actually. It had already taken off. But I guess it didn't, as it kind of continued going higher, it worked out for it. The other one was... Oh, I moved the change of character over to the wrong spot. There we go. The other one was back over here in April. You can see it sped up, I guess, May 1st. May 1st right over here. So, it can lead to a little bit of a boost. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to do something extraordinary. You have to have everything aligned, plus the dollar index being bearish. That kind of makes it all work around. And of course, right now the technicals for Bitcoin are just not good. We're about to have a death cross on the daily between the 20 and the 200. There's going to be another one between the 50 and the 200. We typically don't see those all too often in a bull market here, right? 50, 200, saw it over here. We kept on going up, right? But it's something we typically just, that happened after that nasty move over here, nasty move over here. But it's not something we see all too often. So because I think all this institutional money is involved in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency right now, you're just not seeing the same type of urgency to get Bitcoin up, which is okay. We're going to have to accept this as, going forward, but you gotta, it's not the most entertaining market right now. There we go. Let's shut that down right there. Mike, if we keep these low gas prices for at least 6 more days, I bet money CPI for the next month will come in low just like we did this week. I mean, I think so. I mean, we didn't see gas break out here. So, sorry, when you said gas, my brain immediately went to the other type of gas fees. Right? We're still consolidating. Potentially, we can come back down a little bit more. As far as I see, I don't see all... I don't see a big reason besides a little bit of demand to really make Bitcoin get crazy, to get the oil prices to get crazy here. Russia's still producing lots of oil. OPEC is still producing lots of oil. America's still producing lots of oil. Venezuela's still producing lots of oil. Everybody's still pumping along here. And the Ukraine-Russia war seems to be kind of just stagnating right now. The other war, Israel-Hamas, stagnating. There's not really much of a concern to see oil prices spike, in my opinion. So, yeah, I do think that's going to be a good thing. We could always check the AAA gas prices. There we go. So right now the national average is 358. Where I live, it's 428. Yeah, high gas prices. That's what we love over here. Today it's 353.8. Yesterday it was 354.4, so it's a little bit cheaper than yesterday. A week ago it was 351, so it is more expensive than a week ago. A month ago it was 345, so it is more expensive than a month ago. That's unfortunate. But then a year ago it's pretty much the same exact thing. So gas prices really haven't changed all too much over the last year, unfortunately. We've had our peaks and troughs like anybody else, but we should be okay down the road, I believe. But yeah, this is we need to find a way to get this fixed up here. Highest recorded average price was $5.81 for diesel and $5.01 for unleaded. And that was both in 2022. They've had to change policy since then. That was a crazy policy, and it backfired quite a bit. I don't know if you guys remember the 2022 days. I mean, this was some crazy times. The world was ending in a way. We had been to those levels since 2008. And 2008 was not the year you want to be living in, as far as, economic prosperity and whatnot. There you go. Now, let me go over here. I want to just check out one thing on the page 2 of coinmarketcap.com. I just want to see if there's anything big happening here. Let's see. 1000 sats is up 17%, AXL is up 10%, CKB is up 10%, FTX token. Oh my god, FTX token. The fact that thing still has a $425 million market cap astonishes me. AEVO is up 5, Sidecoin is up 5. You're seeing a little bit there, but not too much as far as I'm concerned. Maybe if you guys want to do some day trading, maybe AXL or maybe even 1000 sats just seems like a crazy number right there. But yeah, those two might be the ones you're looking for. Perhaps even Nervous Network. Let's see. There was one thing I wanted to share with you guys here if I could find out how to do it, but let me go over here to Telegram. Let's see. There's a few events that I'm going to be going to in Nashville next week, and I wanted to share them with you guys. I'm not paid to share any of this stuff with you guys, but I just want you guys to see some of the cool shit I'm doing. I don't really talk to you guys about the crypto side of things, like the influencer side. But now that I'm getting more into that space, I can obviously, when I get invited, I actually say yes now. I guess that's probably the better way to say it. I actually say yes. But one of the things that's happening is Zebu Topgolf all-time high opening party by Crypto Megan VIP edition. I haven't met Crypto Megan before. I don't know if any of you guys know her, but she's throwing a big party there. And one of the people that's going to be there is somebody that one of my friends, my personal friends over here, is introducing me to him. And his name is that Scott Page guy from Pink Floyd. So he should be pretty chill. So yeah, I'm going to be talking with him. That'll be pretty cool. But they have quality networking with decision makers, VIP guests, VCs, and top 3 web communities. Cocktails, gourmet barbecue buffet, 3 hours of golf, and a VIP concert. I am definitely going to be eating up that barbecue buffet. It is going to be very, very fun. I am not the biggest top golf guy, and by that I mean I like it, but I'm not the best golfer. So at least I should be hopefully doing okay by just swinging around and seeing if I'm any good at it or not. So yeah, you guys may get a couple of videos of me trying to swing the golf club. It will not be pretty, but you will get them nonetheless. And the other one here, I actually just got this invite a few minutes ago from my friend over at Tron. There we go. These backgrounds are really tricky for me, but what do you call it? Immersive night, Tron. This is the same night as the other one, so I'm gonna have to kind of skid at, like, go to one and then go to the other one. But Tron Immersive Night, Bitcoin 2024. It's Thursday the 25th. What kind of sucks about both of these is, let me go to the other one as well. Can I do that? There you go. So they're both on the same day, 25th. This one's from 6:30 p.m. to 1 a.m. So obviously I'm going to start off with the Tron one and then go over to the Topgolf one. But these are both the 25th. I fly out of Seattle at midnight on the 25th. So I'm literally going to be falling asleep on the plane, get over to Nashville, then I'm going to have to get my hotel to hold my bags, change in one of the extra bathrooms, and then head out to the expo. It's going to be freaking hilarious. I did not plan that properly because I always forget how the check-in time is in the afternoon. Because, in Vegas, you can just pay to get, a little early check-in. But I'm going to see if they have early check-in for me when I go there. But since it's a big expo, I just doubt it, right? But these are a couple of events there. The Tron one, I'm actually pretty excited about just because, look at this. They have this thing called an immersion room. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that just seems wild to me. They have those huge screens, and so you're talking, you're having a good time, but you also get to see some really cool, video setups and stuff. It's almost like a mini version of the Sphere in Vegas, if you will, but it's just on a flat plane here, so it could be a really cool vibe there. I'm excited to see how that works out. I'll be there for maybe about an hour and a half or something like that, but it should be a good time here. I know there's more events I'm going to, but I forget which ones because there's a few of them I got invited to, and some of them I just can't make it because they're all happening at the same time, right? A daily Clarendon close today above 58,050 would be great for weekends. I would say yes, just be careful at this point because their overall momentum is still coming down. What you might see happen is something like this, where we have a small breakout, we actually go up a few percent. In this case, we were kind of down here, bounced up around 5%, and then we still found a way to come down. That's my big concern now. That's what I'm afraid of right now. So even as I see all this type of stuff, to me, I'm like, damn, we're holding up pretty well. This could be one last dip before a rip. If you guys want to go on this train, do a long on Bitcoin, Solana, whatever, and then have your stop loss set anywhere between 54,300 to 53,468, somewhere along there. Live with it, and then aim for something closer to $61,000 to $62,000, and that'll be it. For me right now, that risk to reward ratio just isn't there. So what you might be thinking of is, hey, you might buy right here. You might have a stop loss around 56,000, and then aim for something closer to 60,500 or and above. That kind of opens up that risk reward ratio. But right now, it feels off, right? You could see this little bit of a flag forming right here, and I guess if that flag forms, then you could see a prolonged move up where you do start to come back up here towards $63,000. But I'd rather just wait for that breakout, wait for that change of character on the 4-hour chart, everything to be good, buy there and kind of see what happens over the next few days, and still use this as a stop loss. But what I can do here is let me go over to my second Fairdesk account on my Okay, which, oh, there you go. I have too many accounts on Google. And let's go right here. There we go. All right, how about we do this then? How about we open up a trade? Let's do a 20x leverage trade. Let's not make it too much money. Let's just make it $150. And let's go long. Let's think the take profit level be at, let's do 61.5. All right. And then let's have the stop loss be, because I don't want to get jumped out here. Because you might come back down one more time. 55.6. Not my favorite, honestly, as far as support, but I just want to see if I can ride this out while I'm either smoking cigars tonight, eating pho tonight, or waking up tomorrow morning. All right, there we go. Now, this is a 20x leverage trade as well, so if I do lose on this one, that's like 20 times 3.5. Or, yeah, 3.5, so, you know, it's going to be like 60-something% down. Or if it makes me money, it'll be 20 times 6.5. 20 times 6, it's over 100%, so that'll work out pretty well for me. Yeah, it's 120%, something like that. Somewhere around that, 130%. So, you know, it's good enough for me, I would say right now. We're already up 20 cents, so, you know, something really good is going to happen. I can feel it. But that's kind of that's the gamble you're making. And that's kind of a small gamble for me, so don't really go gung-ho. I know how much I can lose, and I can lose up to, like, what was that? Not even $150, so it's not really much. And hey, I'm happy to see my man. It's a very weird day because I think I've been posting too many videos on YouTube. And so I think YouTube stopped me from getting notifications for this stream. Let me go over here very fast and then see if I can find out. Doopity boopity boo. There you go. Analytics. Did it give out notifications? It did. Just not many went out. Oh, okay. I see. Maybe I should change my thumbnail up or something. Could be one of those types of days. There we go. Change the thumbnail. Maybe that'll work out here. I also did set up a new stream today. This is not for most of you guys because most of you guys don't really care too much about them. But I do have this one just opened up. I'm doing some tests on this right now. But basically this stream, it's a vertical format stream, but none of the views are coming from vertical format like YouTube Shorts. They're not coming from that. I think it was it doesn't even register right here, so I'm pretty ticked off. I think YouTube's broken as far as short form videos. I don't know if you guys have actually seen short form videos. I have, but they're just very hard to get to. Feels like there's a huge wall to get into that sector of YouTube. There we go. And let me make this move right there. There we go. There's a weird song playing in my ear right now. See, playing this remote does something to, like, you see how it just got darker there for a second? There you go. I gotta play a song that I like. Working my way back to you, girl. And that should do just fine. All right. So, but overall, the portfolio right now, guys, it seems to be all red. We got a few green lights here. It seems NTRN seems to be up a teeny bit. Not much since we bought, though. It went down, then back up, and now it's back up a little bit more with a small breakout. That could be interesting, but of course, it's running into another level of resistance. I'm hopeful this can actually have a good week next week, and I can sell some off there. Ethereum up 4%, not really crazy, but at least that's something here. It looks like we kind of bought on this dip here a while ago, probably closer to this area. But it's working. So those things are working out pretty well for us. I wonder if there's any big news as far as CNBC is concerned. Here's the deflation breakdown for June 2024. Let's see. Oh, this was actually something interesting. This was actually more concerning because I have AT&T. So AT&T's massive data breach deepens crisis for Snowflake 7 weeks after hack was disclosed. Snowflake has a growing problem on its hands after AT&T said on Friday that data from nearly all wireless customers was connected to a breach. Prior to Friday, the most notable companies tied to the Snowflake attack were Advance Auto Parts, LendingTree, Ticketmaster, Operator Live Nation Entertainment, and Santander Bank. Snowflake disclosed the cyber attack in late May and has enlisted the help of CrowdStrike and Alphabet's Mandiant to investigate. Right, and so that is crazy. Yeah, that's a lot of data to get. A lot of data, Phil. A lot of data for that to get to. That's a lot of data to steal. Excuse me. It almost makes you wonder when I see these hackers, where are they storing all of this data that they're taking? Where does it actually go? They must have massive hard drives somewhere just to kind of take it up. But that always confuses me a little bit. Like, where is that going to? Where is that money going? Excuse me. So here we go. If you guys wanted to see what's actually being deflation or what is deflationary right now, let me back this up one more. There we go. Apples are down 12%. As somebody that lives in Washington State, that is good news for me. Ham is down 4%. Potatoes is down 4%. Rice is down 2%. Cheese is down 2%. Frozen fruits and stuff like that down 1%. You know, a lot of this stuff down 1%. It's kind of crazy how there really hasn't been much food deflation. Not really much at all. You would think that, but no, there's not really much going on here. With all items less food and energy, telephone hardware calculations, I don't think the iPhone has gotten cheaper, but maybe they have some newer, cheaper phones out there to help people out, and maybe that's what's causing it to come back down. Dishes and flatware is down a little bit more, which is kind of interesting. Used cars and trucks down. Men's suits, sports coats, and outerwear. I wish that was down for me, but my suits are getting more expensive. But yeah, you see a few things coming down. Not enough, but it's enough to kind of make people a little bit more relaxed, I would say, about the economy. And hey, Allison, how did I not hear about this? What do you call? It'll be talked about more and more, I would say, but I scour the internet for news all day long just to kind of see what to talk to you guys about. That wasn't something I was actually going to talk about today because I don't think it was too huge compared to some of the other stuff. Or, you know, the relevancy, I would say. When I saw it on CNBC, I was like, oh, they have a new article about it. Might as well talk about it. But yeah, it's worth reading into because it is a pretty big data breach. I think there's probably going to be a lawsuit against that too, and they'll probably give some money out or something like that. A free month of AT&T or something, some crap like that. Mike, if we get a 2.9 CPI read, does that count as 2% in Powell's eye, or does it need to be like 2.5? So in Powell's eye, it would have to be something like 3.0, like 3.0, which we have right now, 2.8, 2.6, 2.5. It'd have to be consecutive months of going down here. In my opinion, I believe if we have one more good month of CPI, the following month he should be cutting rates. In fact, I do believe that he should be thinking about cutting rates sometime in July. In August and September. I would be surprised if he did it in July, but I would understand it. Not in July, sorry. I would be surprised if he did it in August, but I would understand it. I would not be surprised if he did it in September because that's when I expect it. If he were to not do any cuts during that time, I would think there's something legitimately wrong with him and he just is panicking internally, where I think it might be best to actually have somebody come in there and forcibly make him cut rates. Because again, the way you guys know that when I trade, I'm in the momentum type of space. Right now, the economy is heading down. Okay, it's going down. Now, this is not terrible because we've been trying to force it down for a while. But now that it's coming down, you have to think about causing it to plateau and go sideways, and then eventually continue to go back up. His job at this point is to make sure that we don't go down too far, right? The jobs that are being lost right now, or the lack of jobs being created, that's okay if it goes down. That's okay. But if it starts to curve and we start to go into a little more of a spiral, that's terrible. So his job is to make sure we go down gradually and then plateau and then go back up. And so going down gradually, that's because of high interest rates. That makes sense. There you go. High interest rates. Actually, better yet, let's go over here. Right? High interest rates. Cutting, or everybody know we're about to cut, and then all of a sudden we're cutting rates consistently right there, and it should go back up for a while until there's another disaster, and then we come back down into that type of stuff. But yeah, so We're in a weird spot. He's in a weird spot, but we haven't made the same mistakes as Jerome Powell. I cannot stress how funny it was to hear him say it's about time we retired the word of transitory. Because remember, he's a political actor. I think people forget that bureaucrats are all politicians. They just chose a different line of work, and that's to go work in the government agencies. Let me see if I can find this very fast. Let's see. Powell transitory. There we go. Okay, let me make sure that this is also down a little bit more. Whoa, the remote caused the light to go up and down. I don't know what's happening. I don't know how this remote changes that because there is no up and down switch on this light. It's basically just a button on and a button off. So I'm kind of curious to see what happens there. But remember this, guys. Just listen to this, and I think you guys will understand what I'm talking about.
How long does inflation have to run above your target before the Fed decides maybe it's not so transitory?
Well, first of all, the test that we've articulated, I think, clearly has been met now. You're absolutely right. Inflation has run well above 2% for long enough that if you look back a few years, inflation averages 2%. So I think we can say that is taken. It was not the case going into this episode. It had been many years since we had inflation at 2%. So I think the word transitory has different meanings to different people. To many, it carries a sense of short-lived. We tend to use it to mean that it won't leave a permanent mark in the form of higher inflation. I think it's probably a good time to retire that word and try to explain more clearly what we mean.
See, he doesn't even admit he made a mistake there. You know what I mean? So he's thinking about his legacy just like Joe Biden's thinking about his legacy right now as well. So it's a very complicated dynamic that we're seeing. But he definitely wants to see month after month of going in the right direction, and then he'll be like, okay, let's have some rate cuts. But if we start to spiral, it's going to be very, very interesting to see how fast he tries to cut those rates. Everything has to be controlled. We don't want to get out of control. If you get out of control, then the economy is going down, and the stock market and crypto markets along with it. Even though he'll be cutting rates, it just won't be enough to save the economy from going into recession. And that's what he's trying to not have happen right now. But the longer we don't cut, the greater the chance of that recession. Because remember, there hasn't been any major bills passed in the last year or so. A lot of what kept the economy up and running in 2022 was trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars of spending. That's what kept the economy going. But that's also what kept inflation so high for this long. So again, with everything right now, there's definitely a big give and take. What a magical day in the market, Larry. It's definitely been interesting. I'm hoping that we can see something more of a reversal this weekend here. But, it's going to have to come sometime tomorrow, in my opinion, or even later tonight if we're lucky. Coming around, tomorrow, the day after, it's just not looking too good. Or the next few weeks, right? And thanks, Ed. I appreciate that. Transitory is very, very important right there. Will you comment on why you think Germany dumped all their Bitcoin and why on earth would they think this was a good idea? Well, first of all, they don't believe in Bitcoin, right? They're not Bitcoin enthusiasts like you or me. I believe they also had some laws that said they had to dump the Bitcoin because there were plenty of people out there that came out and said, hey, Germany, I will buy your Bitcoin from you at the market price. And Germany was like, no. Let me try to find the deep part of this Germany story here because I don't want to just talk out my ass here because there is some reason why they had to dump it. Let's go to news. Let's see. I I almost want to go to ChatGPT, but let me find a story for you here. This is DL News. So Coinbase Germany head on the real reason the country dumped $2.3 billion in Bitcoin. So fears over the German government's ongoing liquidation of seized Bitcoin has ignited 25% drop from its highs. But Jan Sell, managing director of Coinbase Germany, says not to panic. Selling isn't particularly anti-crypto move. Yes, it is. It's not an investment for them. It's like they impound a car or something from people, then at some point they need to get rid of it. You can sell it to another person. You don't have to like sell in the open market like that. Or an exchange. In January, Germany's Central Criminal Investigation Agency seized 50,000 Bitcoin from movie2k.to, a film piracy website found guilty of money laundering and other illegal activities. The German government has transferred 40,000 Bitcoin valued at $2.3 billion to various crypto exchanges, including Coinbase. Sell said that Coinbase has sold on behalf of the German government is not a huge amount in terms of the volume exchanges generally sees. Not true, especially if you're selling it all in a short amount of time. He revealed that MicroStrategy, which holds about 13 billion in Bitcoin, has bought similar kinds of volume over a single weekend. There's a difference between buying and selling. That's okay. Still, the selling has certainly shaken investors. The Crypto Fear and Greed Index, a measure of market sentiment, fell to 26 out of 100, its lowest reading since January 2023. And then anything else? No, nothing really important there. That was a fluff feast to try to make the government look good, and they didn't do a good job of that for anybody that understands crypto. But yeah, that's part of it right there. To them, I guess they're just impounding a car and selling it. You know, we'll figure that out down the road. But yeah, it's not the best look for them. And hey, Haven, who's Hogan's hero? Sony invested $350 million in Jasmy Pump. Oh, interesting. What's Jasmy doing right now? I think we just talked about Jasmy a few minutes ago. What's it actually pumping? Let me see. Oh, it is doing okay, yeah. Not crazy, but okay. I think what we're really all hoping for is because we got that good CPI data, you're seeing a couple opportunities for breakouts like that over the weekend. They're just... Some are going to pop nicely if it does occur, and some are just really not going to do too many moves. This is why I'm so curious to see what's happening right now with these meme coins, because these meme coins are falling like freaking rocks. Like, what the heck did Bonk do? Like, what happened here? I mean, I can see it got rejected from the Fibonacci level. I can clearly see that. But to have such a violent reaction on the way down, just like over here, you see a lot of people just hopping in and doing a lot of day trading. Another breakdown right here. Oops. You know? Breakdown, boosh, coming down even more. Something funky's going on with that one. There we go. Excuse me, guys. Whoosh. There we are. Now, anything else as far as news? JP Morgan's Jamie Dimon warns inflation and interest rates may remain higher. Let me see if there's any there, here. Issued another warning about inflation despite recent signs of easing and price pressures. Let's see. So there have been some progress bringing inflation down, but there are still multiple inflationary forces in front of us. Large fiscal deficits, infrastructure needs, restructuring of trade, and remilitarization of the world. Okay, well, that's okay. That only affects certain industries. I don't think it's going to be massive for us. But there is... Let me find the story. You guys are going to kick out of this. Let's see. There has to be... Really? There's no news about this? There definitely has to be news. Past week. Let's see. U.S. debt interest payments. Deficit Oh. Let me look for it on CNBC because I remember seeing something about it and it blew my mind. I was like $180 billion for the interest payment for 1 month or something like that. Let's see. Debt. Do I add debt on here? No, I can't find it. Okay, that's fine. But basically, U.S. interest rate payments, trading, economics. Maybe I could find it here. No, I can't find it. Damn. I can't find it. That's actually surprising. It should be everywhere. Well, this is why ChatGPT exists, isn't it? Let's go over here very fast. So, how much did the USA spend on its debt interest for last month? All right, let me see if this can pop out here. See. No, it's not working. Yeah, that's okay. Anyway, I'll read you guys' comments. Price didn't even go down that much considering how much Germany sold? No, because we were having good news. There was good news and we were at a strong level of support. That helped us out a lot. I think even MicroStrategy. No, what is MicroStrategy right now? They're not buying more Bitcoin. I know that. I mean, they probably a few weeks ago they were, but what are they doing now? They're going to do a split here pretty soon, so that may have helped out some things. But really, it was just a good amount of support there, and good news. The CPI was great news for us. Just a TV show that had idiot German captors. And hey, Rob, happy to see you. Just opened up my first leverage trade, $60 at 2x leverage. Ooh, nice, man. And Wilder. So I went to go ask them, and with simulated trading, so you're not going to be able to see this kind of in the same way. There's a section over here, and it'll say add assets. You add the assets right there, and it'll pop up with 1,000 fake dollars for the simulated trading account. If I refresh, it may pop up for a second. Add asset right there. You saw that? You saw that? That's how you do it. Let me go over here very fast. And let's go over to my channel. Let's go over here to me talking. Be able to see this kind of. And then let's push pause when this actually hits the right time. So wait for it. That way we can actually see exactly what it looks like for an extended period of time. And there it is. Right there. Add asset. If you hit that, it'll turn that to 1,000 right there. And boom, you can see right there, it turned it to 1,000, okay? So you click on that. That's how you add the money into the account. Now, it is fake money. You can't do anything with it besides practice trading. But heck, practice trading is a pretty cool thing you can do. So that's exactly how you do that. The only thing is, I can't show that to you now because I clicked on the button. So I can't make a tutorial video on that subject right now. But if I think I run out of that money, like here, we could actually do something fun with that, actually. Like, what's a token that we can trade here? There's only a couple. Oh, it's only Bitcoin. All right, well, that's fine. Oh, Bitcoin and Ethereum. Well, we have the Ethereum ETF coming out. Why not just do a $200 long with a 20x leverage and buy with no stop loss and just kind of let it see what happens? Because then, if it goes to zero, I should be able to add more money to it down the road. So we'll keep track of that right now. As more of just a fun money type of thing. There's not much science or anything behind that. It's just having fun with some fake money. Yeah, no worries, Wilder. As soon as I was done with the stream, I asked my person. I think I actually did in the beginning during the stream. I asked my person, they got back to me and it was like that big flash, and I was like, oh yeah, I never noticed that before. Add asset. It's not highlighted or anything, so you kind of just like gloss over it really easily. But yeah, that's how you do it. Yeah, nothing crazy about that one. I was a little bit more confused. Damn, every time I talk about Biden, I get this little warning on TikTok saying, learn more about the U.S. elections. They really do not like me talking about the U.S. elections. I don't know. Maybe I should become one of those wild TikTok political influencers who gets paid by the RNC and DNC. They seem to be kind of psycho because they're turning into like total propagandists. All right, let's get out of that one very fast and see how that works out. Go over here very fast, just making sure. I want to show you guys something here if I can find it. No, I can't. What's right here? No. Okay, that should be fine. Sorry. I got a lot of stuff going on today and it's okay. Alright, let me go over here very fast though. No. CoinW is annoying because I can't scroll down all these little things you see right here. They're all on the bottom. I wish there was a way to kind of fill this up here. But basically, I need to start dollar cost averaging into more positions over here. My Bitcoin is down 22%. My Bitcoin Cash is down 14%. My XRP is down 8%. My Solana is only down 0.08%, which is surprising. And my WIF is down 53%. Holy crap. RNDR is down 44%. This is all multiple leverage trades, of course. And Ethereum is down 23%. So I might have to start adding some of this in here. But I have to figure out what tokens I want to do. Like, there are some, like, big time, which are just, like, dying a slow death. Do I buy into those or no this cycle around? Same with Blowfin. Blowfin has a lot of opportunities for tokens. I'll have to kind of keep track of this stuff as we go along. But I want to keep you guys updated about what these positions are doing. And maybe, let's see. Anything else here? They have live streaming. What is this? Whatever it is, it's slow. Interesting. New. So you can stream on here as well. That's interesting. Oh, become a streamer. How do I become a streamer? Provide basic information. Complete detailed profile with my UID, and then successful submission of application. That'd be interesting to see if I can stream on there for a little bit. I'm hoping I could just multi-stream, so I'm not just streaming there. I'm also streaming everywhere. But I do think that's a curious way to see if I can drum up some extra money to invest and do some dollar cost averaging or something. I don't even know if you can make money from it, but I'll have to ask my contact about that type of stuff. Oh my god, the 1 minute chart just frozen. No one knows where to go. Oh, it decided to go up. It's a Friday night. There's not going to be a lot of volume tonight as well. I mean, it's going to kick in later on tonight once, Asia gets going and stuff like that. But they should be getting going here pretty soon, actually. But, just wait it out. As far as I'm concerned, I'm leaning towards a bullish optimism for the weekend, followed by another bearish week where we kind of are just like, what the fuck is going on here? That's kind of where I see it going. But anyway, guys, it's been a cool hour. I'm going to end the stream right now. It seems like it's very much of a slower night, and I completely understand that. Hopefully you guys all have a chill night. Enjoy yourselves. I'm going to go to the cigar lounge and get some pho beforehand. I will make another video. I'm just going to start sharing with you guys more videos and content. I think it's going to be pretty fun just to kind of chill with you guys and show you guys more of my life, like I did today with the video of Loki. I did $100 simulated Ethereum trade Forex leverage. What is the position margin? It says 23.5. Can you explain what that means? Thanks. Yeah. So basically, the position margin is basically just going to be telling you how much money you kind of have invested in there. So for this one, it says, so I'm going to read this. $100 simulated trade at 4x leverage. What is the position margin? So basically, it's like taking $23 out of your account to trade. Typically, when you're trading with Fairdesk or a lot of these other exchanges, the money that's available, like this says available balance, that's not the actual amount of money you have in the account. That's the amount of money you can trade with. So it's taking that amount usually out of the entire thing. I don't know if it's different than the simulated trading, but I'll find that out for you and just look again, literally answer it tomorrow. But typically this number right here is not going to be the amount you have. You can see how it's moving up and down right now. See how it's ticking? That's because the amount of money I'm trading right now is moving up down. The amount, if all these trades went to positive, this number would go way higher because the unrealized gains that I have, I can use those unrealized gains to make trades. Now that's more of a dangerous thing to do, but typically, you can see my margin balance is $5,122. Available balance is $1,271, but this isn't the total amount that I have invested. It's not going to be the same number there. Position margin right here, margin occupied by current account positions, margin balance, account balance plus unrealized profit, bonus right here, right? And these are just like rewards and stuff like that. So you can see there's a little bit of a difference there. But as far, if you want the technical definition that they give, this is going to be different depending on each exchange. Margin occupied by current account positions. Basically, how much money you're kind of borrowing from the exchange, if you will. It varies though. It varies because it's not going to be related to. It's not going to be the same as that available balance there. There we go. All right, but I'll see you guys a little bit later on tonight. Get ready for more content. Overall, my views are going up, even though the notifications seem to be a little bit antsy. So we'll see how that works out. Thanks, everybody, and hopefully you guys all have a good rest of your day. Sunday, I'm hoping to have a members stream where members can chat, everybody can kind of watch, and we'll be checking out a lot of